I just wanted to give you a bit of an insight into this act out side of things because up until now we've done kind of formulaic stuff. We've sat down, we've worked out some truths about our business, we've added some attitudes to it, we've done scary, hard, stupid, weird, that kind of thing. This has all been kind of formulaic. There's an approach to this, but now, if you've read the post about acting out, if you haven't, do that now. If you've read the post about adding the act out, now we're getting into the kind of woolly concept of trial and error. And there is no formula for this. Sure, there are joke formulas, there are funny words that you can use, stuff like that. But for the most part, this is trial and error. There is no right way. If there was, then top comedians would have the right way. And they don't. You'll see Chris Rock and top comedians continually trying out stuff in clubs. They'll take pads up with them. They'll take notes. They'll find out what works and what doesn't. They have no idea what is going to be funny or hilarious. So if they don't, you can't be expected to either. So it's this act out that's really going to be the basis of the joke. Sorry, the premise is going to be the basis of the joke, but the act out is going to lead into the funny stuff. So we have the premise, what's stupid about something is, whatever. That's unfunny. It's insightful. It's true. It's unique, but it's not particularly funny. So the act out is going to be the leap into the funny stuff, which we'll get to later as well. So don't expect to have awesome, fully fledged, final, perfectly crafted jokes for this bit. But I did want to take you through the process. So if you've read the post already on the act out, you'll have some ideas about this. If you haven't, go read it now. So I thought I'd take you through the process of what I would do. So I was going to use the quote below this, what's scary is about the insignificant factor, but I already kind of used that in the post that I made. So I was going to use the one above. Excuse me. So let's have a look at this. Let's show you what I would do if I was really acting this out. If this was this would never be something I would use in a comedy gig, but if it was, and I was looking to mine it for some laughs, and I was looking to do an act out with this, what would I do? So here's the truth that we have. What's stupid is that magicians often use the exact same words and phrases as other magicians in order to convince people that they're unique, which is silly. It's a good premise. It's kind of funny. You can kind of see how it's going to go. But it's true, and magicians are, I imagine a lot of other people are doing exactly the same thing. We use the same words. It's the lazy approach. So let's do an act out on this. And all I'm going to do, like I said in the post, is just talk. Not write, not filter myself. It's not a kind of editing process. We're just talking to see what we can get out of this. And all we're really going to do, like the Jim Carrey joke about buying medical products is embarrassing, you're just going to play it out and see what the kind of mileage we can get. This is the point where we get specific. So the Jim Carrey gag about medical products is embarrassing is kind of a general thing. It's nothing you can really vividly imagine. Similarly with this, what stupid is magicians use the same words, it's general. So now we're really going to hone in on this. So what's stupid is that magicians often use the exact same words and phrases as other magicians in order to convince people that they are unique. So if I was going to act out on this, I was going to say, it's absolutely ridiculous. We try and convince people we're different by using the exact same words. And when we realise this doesn't work, we create words. We think the process is just as simple as changing a word. Forget all the talk about branding and stuff like that. Companies who actually know what they're talking about spend millions of dollars on. Forget that kind of stuff. No. We magicians have got it nailed. We're just going to change a few words around. That's fine. I know I was a cheap magician last week doing gigs for 50 quid at the Harvester, but now I've upgraded my font on my business card, so now I'm going to charge you £1,000. We create words. We create words as well. We've got... It used to be just you're a close-up magician or you're a stage magician. But that isn't enough for people now. Magicians have to create really wild and crazy terms that only they understand. So you'll have people say they're an intimate magician, a close-quarters magician, a premier magician, an elite magician. You'll have high-end magician. You'll have luxury magician. We're just throwing... that's what we magicians think branding is. We will just throw random words out there We'll basically get a thesaurus. That's our marketing budget. If we've got £1,000 for a marketing budget, we'll spend £999 of that on a thesaurus and £1 on a pasty, just so we can got something to fuel us reading the thesaurus. So we'll change words, and that's what we think we do. And we convince ourselves that that is the process involved. No other career would have that. What kind of doctor are you? I'm a funny doctor. What kind of doctor are you? I'm a high-end doctor. What kind of, no other service industry would dare to separate themselves by just creating fancy words and putting in front of, I'm an intimate magician. I'm sorry, gynecological is that? Are you going to perform magic inside of me? So I'm going to stop there, but that would be a kind of act out that I would do. I would take the general idea of what stupid is that magicians use the same words and phrases, and then just roll with it. And in my case, I kind of spouted off. I wish I'd taken notes, actually. It could have been useful. But we do create these silly words. And if you do Google magicians, you'll find the premier magicians, elite magicians, luxury magicians, high-end magicians. So you get down to the really specific notion. And you could go even further. Imagine acting out somebody searching magician. Is this premier magician better than an elite one? Is there a ranking system? Is there some kind of legend that I should follow along on the internet so I can say that 2 legendary magicians equal an elite one? That kind of idea. You just roll with it, and there's no right or wrong about this. It's still a brainstorming phase. You just chuck out loads of ideas and see what you can come up with. This is the beginning of creating it into something funny. So most of the time it's just a case of exaggerating it or applying it to different situations. You just really get specific with the idea. I'm aware this is so hard to convey, which is why I really wanted to do a video about it, just to give you the idea that, there is no final process with this. It's just spouting about it. But you do need to talk about it. You can talk and think quicker than you can write, and when you're writing, you're prone to editing, you'll correct yourself, you'll put an apostrophe in, that kind of thing, especially if you're a high-end magician with a hyphen. So don't do that. Just spout it out. Record it on your iPhone. If you've got a dictaphone kind of thing, do that. Whatever. Just talk. Just random stuff will come. 90% of it will be rubbish. That's fine. Don't be embarrassed by that. We all do that. Just spout. Just spout stuff out and see what you can uncover. Get specific. Act it out. If you're a dog groomer and you wish the dog would stop flapping around all the time, act out the dog flapping around. Show us what it looks like to wash a dog that's really flapping around and, spraying all his water everywhere and stuff like that. Just be funny. Don't think funny. Just be funny. Really act it out. Show us exactly what it is that's stupid about this thing. Act out the idea of the customer being stupid, or your frustration at talking to a customer who is stupid. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Any questions at all, just pop a link, pop a comment in or email me or anything like that. This is such a woolly process. I wish I could give you any more advice on that, but it really is just about acting it out, talking out loud, be really specific, and just keep doing it until you get something. And, don't be afraid to go off in different branches. If one doesn't lead anywhere, come back, go again. And just try stuff out. Get more mileage out of it. It's not meant to be a finished joke. We're just trying things out and exploring avenues that will lead us to be funny. So I hope that you found that useful. And let me know how you get on.